Hey, welcome back. Let's go ahead and have this discussion about WandaVision. I decided to make a StreamYard anyway. Okay, there it is. Super chat to support. Now, here's the news. WandaVision, episode 8, had a lot of people confused. Because you would think that they're not going to put everything in one episode. You're like, wait a minute. So episode 9 is going to have like the whole freak out show? I have not disliked anything about the process of WandaVision. I'm actually very happy. Normally, people don't go this long on a show before they have to start revealing things, or there's a lot of action. But what's amazing to me is what I'm starting to see and realize is that people don't seem to you're hearing that there's going to be a special episode 10. Well, then that would make sense because we were told there's 9. And I'm thinking that there'll be an overload on everything that just started. Well, if you just started watching WandaVision or episode 8, anyhow, if you don't want anything ruined, I would advise you getting off the stream right now because we're going all in. Yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier will have a lot more in store. Well, that's good for you. You just started it, so you get to watch everything in succession. Seeing it coming. Now, I look at it a little differently. Ghost Vision. I don't remember Ghost Vision. There was a Ghost Vision? Y'all ahead of me. Because I'm trying to figure out. I was like, okay, they took care of Vision's body. So this explains what this vision is. We find out what's going on there. So let's continue. After they broke through the fourth wall episode, they did their Halloween tribute. And then you find out about what does it say? Agatha Harkness. They start off showing you when she was burnt at the stake. You know, in the comics, that's what happened to her. But here they used magic surrounded by her own magical coven, including her mother. I mean, I've seen the end credit scene. I didn't know that was who they were creating. I don't think Wonder Man's gonna appear anymore. I mean, there could be, but the thing is, they've already brought Vision back, at least his body. In the comments, he said White Vision has no emotion. He's a clean reboot. I don't even remember him. And I'm somebody who watched it and read the comics completely and don't even remember the White Vision. Because, see, here's the situation. In theory, when they did exactly. And the reason why this was done was for a very simple reason.
Previously on.
The reason why these things were done and put into place what you said that he was a part of West Coast Avengers. Man, what are they, Death Row? We Avengers East. West Coast Avengers. I thought the Avengers was just, man, you gonna have, we the down south Avengers. We got a new chapter. We down here avenging. See? He's like, I hated West Coast Avengers. It's the same thing with Captain Marvel. They changed her story. I mean, if they're changing, the thing is, what happened in the comics don't exactly have to happen on the screen. They're creating their own universe that didn't necessarily go the same way it did in the comics. Look at every Marvel movie that they put out. They did not go exactly how it did in the comics. Ultron was not created by Tony Stark. But yet and still, they got to put Iron Man in charge of everything because it fits with this storyline. And it looks like Agnes in this movie, her mother was the goddess of magic. But at that time, they didn't have Ant-Man out. So when you don't have Ant-Man out, there's nothing you could really do. With Hank Pym, well, her mom seemed to have a crown over her head when the magic was coming in. When she came in the second time, she went full power, and she had the crown even appear over her head. I didn't have a problem with Suicide Squad as much as everybody else did. I really thought they did a genius idea of having them coming in. I just feel that people felt that they were duped by leaving the Joker in such a supporting role and not having him as a focal point or the villain at the end, because you used him to market the damn thing, then you barely have him in it. You're going to piss off comic book fans. Now, exactly, but if you look at everything as far as how it played out, you're going to be looking for a lot of different things to transpire that never did or never materialized. Let's say, for instance, like in here, we thought we were going to see Mephisto. He might still show up at the end, or we might see Nightmare. We don't know. But if Agnes is just the main villain, or Agatha Harkness is the main villain, then where are we going to be in the end? Well, you must not be in the loop because he's already redoing the Justice League with scenes that he already had recorded. Plus, they gave him additional money to finish it. They're going to do the whole Green Lantern series on HBO Max. Right, it's going into Doctor Strange, the multiverse of madness, because it's all going to go into the multiverse. Different levels, which is supposed to back up a lot. A lot was going to be explained in the Black Widow movie as well. All key factors leading to the past movies and the future movies. Well, with Wanda, you want to see which is so many directions they could go. Now, what I didn't understand, and what somebody told me that Agatha Harkness was her mentor. I don't know where they got that. I didn't see her having a mentor. I remember her from the Fantastic Four. That was it. She used to be the nanny. She's had that cat. Scoochie, if you can't stay on topic here, I mean, trolling is not working today.
What's up, man?
What's up? Got on a
Uh,
Celtics. Uh-oh, Kyrie? Is that Kyrie?
no, this
What's
is the most terrible player on the team is Jason Tatum.
oh
That's
hey,
the
y'all
worst.
won. Y'all won
Man,
for me.
I don't even care that we won. I don't care, man. They didn't deserve to win. They didn't deserve to win. I'm disappointed. I'm disgusted with Boston. I mean, I don't even care if they win or not no more because they just disappoint me.
Yeah, I think their
They,
time is coming to an end. I
yeah,
don't
it
think they
has.
got the right players. They thought they were getting the right players, and they picked up Tristan Kardashian, and then that didn't work out at all. And I
That's
was
because
like,
Brad don't know how to play. He don't know how to play these guys in a certain situation. First of all, Tristan Thompson does not need to be playing the center position. Put him at power forward. Don't
yeah,
have him as the big man in there. Plus, Tatum. And Kemba Walker got to go because this team needs a real point guard. They need a point guard that doesn't mind to be a point guard. They don't need a scoring point guard, and they need to rebuild that bench because all the bench players then left and got money. Now the bench has Charlotte now.
All right, so let's talk WandaVision. Now, did you see it? The last episode?
Oh,
okay.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I saw it. I ain't teasing. I don't miss episodes.
So, but what I felt funny is, they redid the storyline for Wanda and her brother, with Magneto not being the father and all that stuff. That's changed. So they're going with that storyline anyway, the same way they did it with Captain Marvel years ago when they rewrote the whole comic and make this new story. And then you could choose which story to go with. Fox went with the story that Magneto was the father. They didn't even have Wanda in a series. They just stuck right with the boy and made it Magneto was the father of Quicksilver. So that made more sense.
That's the storyline that they should have went with. I don't like this new storyline.
Well, the storyline that they have is because they didn't have all the characters. Now they do. They know if they have Magneto. Magneto is a character that's gonna be there. So they haven't even casted a Magneto, from what we know, to start the new X-Men and all that stuff for Marvel. They haven't even gotten that far yet.
Give us the cast that we love. Just give us the cast that we love.
Yeah, but they don't want to do that right away because they just got it. So they're like, look, we don't want to play with that right now. Play with a Wolverine, and the fans don't like the Wolverine. Then we got to start redoing stuff. Let's let people forget. Let some years go by. Let's focus. We're gonna put out Fantastic Four because people are familiar with that, but it's never really been done right. Let's see if we can do it right and move from there. And I don't know why they keep doing it because they got to start with Dr. Doom. So Dr. Doom is the character a lot of people like. I'm tired of seeing that reboot. So from what I'm hearing is they're not going to show us them going up to the Arc Reactor and what happened with them again.
Thank you, because we don't need to see that. We already got just bombarded with. We got Arabian Doc Ock, and then we got white Doc Ock. I'm like, how many Doc Ocks we gonna get? We got Muslim Doc Ock, and then we got white Doc Ock. It's like, what are we doing? And where's the Muslim Doc Ock coming into play? I'm like, who is this guy? I'm like,
see what I mean? It's all just a whole bunch of unnecessary buffoonery going on.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Look. Man, Marvel just need to go ahead and just give us what we want. Stop teasing the fans. Just bring all the people from Fox over. Just bring them over.
Right, and but the thing is, you just can't rush everything to the screen. You got to be planned. It's got to be set up. Like with Wanda, like for us, we already know. Like yesterday, man, Sean cracked me up. He was, man. You know what she said? She told Wanda she the Scarlet Witch. I said,
I'm like,
huh?
Sean, how did Sean? You can tell Sean is not a comic book guy. He is
hilarious.
Scarlet Witch?
Yeah.
She's Scarlet Witch.
It was a reveal. He's like, man, he told her that she the Scarlet Witch. Man, I almost hit the floor. I was hit the floor laughing, man.
What's funny? What's funny about that is that the show even said like as if the fans didn't know that she was Scarlet Witch. Like the show was trying to get you to do it. They was.
It's like y'all should have knew that when they first introduced her, man. It's like
when they first brought her in,
she was the Scarlet Witch.
Right, I never called her Wanda. Wanda.
I never called her Wanda.
Right,
who the hell is Wanda?
I'm like, we've been calling her the Scarlet Witch the whole time.
What is this, Fairy Odd Parents? I'm not calling her.
No,
this ain't Nickelodeon.
Yeah, it's like you don't call her by what's her name, Wanda Maximoff. You call her for your
I didn't know Maxima was her last name. I was like,
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, she's always
where they
been
get
the
this name?
Scarlet Witch. Wanda, the
Right.
Scarlet Witch. I'm like, man, this has been. I'm like, the whole Maximo thing threw me off, but I'm like, yeah, it's been crazy watching the whole thing play out because everybody's like blown away and shocked by these things. Like when they like she stopped the bomb, and I'm like man, so she was already a witch. She was already like had powers before that thing hit. I'm like, oh man.
Wow. Well, I'm like, what is going on?
It's like
reveal.
None of
it's
this
like,
has been
man.
revealed, Nick.
Right, nothing has been revealed. This has been revealed to the casual watcher who never like knew the storylines or everything else. So for them, this is like, wow.
I know one thing, man. I know one thing,
is
man.
going
If they
crazy.
freaking
Sean is eating this up.
dog, when they include the freaking if they do this, man, when they include the part where Scarlet Witch is like, said no more mutants and all that crap, you know what I mean? Wiped out like over 90%
I don't know if they're gonna
mutants.
even do that. That's the thing. I don't even know if this show is gonna do that. She might do something entirely different. You know, the way they got it all set up,
man.
is they gonna probably introduce mutants a lot more in this series than anything else, and open the gateway to Fantastic Four. Because then that way you could put Agatha Harkness over there with the Fantastic Four.
Speaking of Agatha, said she was the babysitter of Franklin Richards and Valeria Richards, right?
Yeah, she was the babysitter. She was the witch.
Right. Okay.
That's it. The only thing that shocked me was they shocked me that they went the Agatha the Heart direction. That was the only shocker to me. I kind of predicted it. I was like,
I thought they were just paying an homage.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But I never knew any connection with her, and I'm like, I don't remember her in the storyline with the Scarlet Witch.
I went back in the comic book, and she is in one of the comics. I went back. And I was, okay. Okay. They did their homework. Cause I'm like, this is like a deserted comic book. Cause I'm like, this one. Even comic book fans like,
I didn't even know about what they call Ghost Vision, White Vision, or whatever. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, I just looked it up. I'm like, oh wow.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No,
I actually didn't know as well.
That was in the it was like the I think that comic book came out in the 80s, I think the late 80s.
Right.
I think that was when they gave it.
I think B told him B was the first one to bring it up.
You said what was it, the West Coast Avengers or something like that?
Yeah, the West Coast
Yeah, it was good though. Loki is the one. I don't give a damn about Hawkeye and whatever that is and War Machine. I'm like, man, Loki is where it's gonna be. That's 007. You heard?
Well, Loki deals with magic just like everything else, and a lot of this might tie into the Loki show because Loki thing seems like it's in the future, and like they know all the stuff. Like Loki's in the future. Like when he went to time stone,
I didn't mean to cut you off, Cino, but they said it was in the. They said it was in the middle of Infinity War. And Endgame, and then they go to the future. At first, it starts in the middle, then they jump to the future. That's what what they told me. That's what they told me. They were telling me that because I talked to one of my guys, my buddies who does the little Marvel stuff. He works to do the animations and stuff, and he was telling me, he was like, no, I think it's in the middle. He was like it's in the middle. I was like, yeah, I figured because I'm like, well, where are they gonna place it? Because I'm like, because Loki died and they have a 5-year period, and he probably in that 5-year period.
Right.
So I'm like, who is this doggone Vision that they created?
I know he looking like Cisco.
Yeah, I'm like,
Jesus, that man was. I'm like, who is this guy? At first, I was like, who is this? And then I was like, oh, that's White Vision.
So I was thinking they were gonna do Wonder Man. I was like, man, we're gonna probably get Wonder Man.
Wonder
Man, right, man. I thought they was gonna do that, but you know, Marvel, man, they ain't that cool.
See, here's my thing about this, man. Here's my thing, dog. I understand, you know what I mean. They, at times they want to do their own thing, you know what I mean, and not go completely directly congruent by the comics. But here's my thing: make everything make sense. You know what I mean? That's my thing.
Come on, Nick. Come on, brother.
Yeah,
Nick. Talk to him, Nick.
Like, I don't have a problem with Wandavision because now what they did was actually create the body again, and what they could do is you remember that when they were doing that experiment over at Wakanda, and they were trying to take and extract the parts from Vision, all the parts that made him, and separate that from that. That process might have been completed already.
Okay.
So they might have this stuff uploaded, and they might have put that into, like I was saying, they could have done that and had that put into Wonder Man.
What stone did he have? Which Infinity Gem did he have?
I'm so dead.
I forgot.
Hey.
Yeah, it's about the Mind Stone.
It was the mind Gem. Okay, I call it Mind Stone. Okay, yeah.
Shout out to BY. I do be knowing Loki. Loki. Okay.
That's funny.
Slap to me.
And then they could do it like when she destroyed it. When she was like, when he said, "All I feel is you," and she destroyed the gem, he went inside her. Vision. So it was like she did the extraction herself.
Yo, stupid dog.
Yo, Nick, you childish, dog.
Go ahead. Continue. Go ahead.
Scarlet Witch and X-Men.
I mean,
yeah, that's what I was talking about. You know what I mean?
She's the gateway to it, though.
Right.
Man, I don't like that they take it forever. Look, man, I understand they don't want to rush it, but good gracious, man, like, we gotta be what? I'm like, dog, I don't even know if I'm gonna be here.
I mean, we got enough to focus on, because right about when this ends in 2 weeks, then I got Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Everybody sleep on that. I think that's gonna be one of the best ones. And we finally get some action. We have had no action in this entire saga. But
I know it's been a straight drama.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's leading up to something. So we've all been like waiting to see what's gonna come out of it, and then in the end we're gonna get the payoff. But man,
it's a TV show.
I know it's a TV show,
but I'm sick of this damn show. Stop giving me. I don't give a damn about Wanda and Vision love story. I can give two shits about him and him dying.
Okay, somebody ain't going with the build up at all.
I don't care about him dying. I don't care. I want to see him. I want to see more dying of Vision. That makes me happy. See some action. See something else.
I could care less about this damn Vision.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I don't care about it no more.
Right about now, he's dead. Move on.
Right. Move on.
That's just me.
Oh, Vision. Oh, you stop it. You stop it. I'm like, how many guys? They having these little mini fits and she having a little bratty attitude the whole show. I just want to be happy. I'm like, what is this? I just want to be happy.
Now, everybody want to know the main question at the end of this episode was, where is that thick sister? What they do about baby?
You late to the party on her. You late to the party. She was on Survivor Remorse on LeBron's show. That was on Star.
You know I know that was the wife.
Yeah, that was her. I knew her.
Wife, the manager. Dude, that's why I was like, man, that's why I was like, LeBron did one thing right. Survivor's Remorse.
And Winter Soldier and
the
Falcon movie, is they still incorporating John Cena?
Nah, I don't think so.
I would not like that. No. Oh.
John
don't
Cena
think they
is
are.
part of the DC. He's part of the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but,
Oh,
but
okay.
he's saying that
I thought they was gonna bring in like the U.S. agent as the new Captain America.
He was, but he got an offer for DC, and that's why he pulled out. He got a bigger role because he got a show on finna come on HBO Max of him playing the character for at DC with
Yeah,
the Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad movie.
So he got the movie and the show. So
Yeah, HBO Max finna do a whole DC Comics rollout just like Marvel.
yeah, but they
You
gonna
got
do it a little bit better.
They got the Green Lantern Corps. That's coming.
Yep. Ooh,
Oh,
the Detective
I like
DC
that.
show. The Detective DC show's coming too.
Yep, the Detective DC show is coming.
hey man, I heard they're trying to reboot what didn't they already reboot Superman and Lois Lane show
That's on,
already?
man, that's on the CW.
That's on the
Nobody care about
CW.
Man, I could care less about that, man. Yeah,
Hey, Smallville was lit.
man, skip all
It
that, man.
was.
Skip all that.
Smallville was the best show they ever done.
And Supernatural.
Supernatural was fire. Hey man, especially that Scooby Doo episode, that had me rolling. I gotta watch. You gotta watch the Scooby Doo episode because he was like, "You can't sleep with Daphne. Look how you make it Fred feel. You trying to steal her, and then you got Scooby Doo up in there talking about some F this." I was like, "Whoa, this crazy." I was like, "Yo, I like Supernatural is crazy." I said, "Man,
Supernatural's crazy."
Man, and Velma, she was just a complete freak in the show. She was trying to get it on with
He was
the
a
other
Shaggy.
dude.
It wasn't Shaggy, was it? This time it wasn't Shaggy. Was it?
My thing is, they need to make this last episode an hour. If you're gonna do 9 episodes, then this should be an hour.
It's only 50 minutes.
My thing is, where does this all lead up to?
It's going to Doctor Strange.
It's going to Doctor Strange.
They not giving us an hour. They giving us 50 minutes.
Which is why everybody is wondering when Mephisto is going to come in, or Nightmare, whoever they're going to include. Because
if they come at all, but I'm thinking somebody's behind Agatha, and they're going to rotate Agatha to the Fantastic Four. I figured she's going to probably be over there.
And can they do the Silver Surfer right?
And then one of the last episodes, they got Vision, her. They showed a picture of the episode 9 that got her, Vision, and the kids, and they all fighting. And then they fighting the military's coming in, and they bringing in White Vision. So you're gonna have Vision versus
White Vision.
That's what I'm laughing about. White Vision. Like, but that's
man. Ain't nobody trying to look at that garbage, bro.
White Vision, like
White Vision.
Like,
yeah, that just learned about him.
See, I was hoping this would all lead up to like the precursor when Scarlet Witch wipe out half the mutants.
Yeah,
that's what I thought as well.
We probably see that in Doctor Strange, the new Doctor Strange, because this is leading up to that, and she's gonna be in Doctor Strange. So
thank God, yo, that's the movie I can't wait to see. I love Spider-Man, but that movie I can't wait to see that one.
Yeah, because Doctor Strange is one of my favorite Marvel characters too, man.
Well, Doctor Strange.
Oh my gosh, I love him.
Stuff, and that's what I'm saying. The difference about Doctor Strange is most of his stuff was in space. Right. All the ones because all the other comics, they were doing everything here was on Earth. Thor, what made people excited about Thor is that it was going to be in space. All Thor adventures was taking place in space. Right. And nothing to do with Earth. They brought him to Earth. I mean, quit bringing these guys on Earth.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, now that you have them in space, now you can actually try to explore their powers a little bit more.
Exactly. That's why Thor Ragnarok was lit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And And another person movies who be awesome is Ant-Man. Ant-Man is probably like, I love Ant-Man movie. Ant-Man is like my favorite character from Marvel.
Yeah, the first one, the second one, they kind of fell off.
Now, Ant-Man is the only one I can really like say that it had a lot of everything because it brought in Hank Pym. It kind of followed the comics.
Right.
More than anything. And I could tolerate T.I. And I'm like, man, T.I. I can tolerate him now.
T.I. is awesome in that show. That's why I'm like, man, come on, stop getting in trouble, nigga. Damn. I like you in the movie. You kind of helped the movie. He helps the movie, like in a comical way. Like, especially
he
when
was kind of funny. I'm like, man, he was funny in there. I'm like, he should have just kept his focus there and everything would have been everything. Him and the Mexican dude was hilarious.
Exactly. They was talking about, like, so this is truth serum.
Oh, yeah, truth serum had me cracking up.
This is truth serum.
He'd be like, I don't like the way you stack the dishwashers. Your bowls are not supposed to go up there. Whew, I said it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. He's like, man, I don't like the way you stack the dishwasher. Bowls are not supposed to go up there.
Right, and especially when they did that when what's the girl who came in there and they had shocked everybody. She came in there, she was like, "Where's he at?" And then everybody started getting scared and started freaking out. I thought that was hilarious.
He said Ant-Man movies remind me of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, so I loved it off the rip.
Yeah, they do. It's crazy. Ant-Man is like one of the like most fun, like it's the most fun movies out of all of them. It's the most fun. Like,
him and Shazam.
That's not Baby Joker, the guy that's playing him that role. That's not Baby Joker. That's not him. That's not the actor.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. I watched that. I'm telling you, Ant-Man and the Wasp is probably the most watched movie like Marvel film in my entire like discography. Like out of Marvel's discography, Ant-Man and Wasp, I can watch that movie right now and still feel the same feeling I had in the movies.
I like the first Ant-Man better, but I still like Ant-Man and the Wasp. I love it, but I like the first Ant-Man better.
I do too. I just love watch. It's just the Ant-Man and the Wasp. You could just watch it like it's the first time you ever watched it, and you still get that feeling of like, oh man, like I don't know.
For me, that's Guardians. Guardians got that for me. Black Panther movie, Guardians, and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 I like, but the first Guardians of the Galaxy, I could watch that at any. It's like when it's on TV, I'll stop. I'll be like, we're right here.
For me, I'm gonna go way back. To me, I always like to watch Blade.
Blade, Blade came on. They don't really show Blade no more unless it's 4 a.m. It'd be like 4 a.m. Blade.
Yeah. I know why the Blade 2 at 3 a.m. I'd be like, Blade 2 is on. I'd be let's go.
Now, Blade 2 was a monster, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Blade 2 took it further. Blade 2 took it further, bro.
Fire, wasn't it? Blade 2 had me on the floor. I was
Blade 3, they messed up, man. Blade 3, they messed up.
3 was whack. 3 was whack.
3 was ridiculous because it was never supposed to be that. They changed the script, and that's when Wes was like, that's why Wesley started wilding out. Because he was mad. They brought in Ryan Reynolds and brought out all these white folks in there that wasn't around, and he was like, hey, y'all bringing in.
It's like, who y'all?
I know, man. And then Wesley Snipes' haircut was just atrocious. In that I was like, good God. I said, bro, you can't keep pushing your hairline back, man. I'm telling you. You can't keep pushing it back this far. I get that you want it.
His haircut. That was the thing. That wasn't even his haircut. They put a piece on his head.
Yeah.
His hair was bald. So they put a piece on there. Right.
Oh my God. And that was the most awful piece ever.
Yeah, they put a piece.
I mean, it's worse than Steve Harvey microphone headpiece.
Yeah, so the original script didn't have Dracula in it at all.
It shouldn't have had it.
It it didn't have two characters of what's the name, Jessica Biel or Ryan Reynolds. None of them was in it at all.
It should have had Morbius.
No, the whole script. That's why it was two movies in one. The original script, they just like, okay, we're gonna make some changes and we're gonna bring Triple H and all these other people in there. It was a mess. It was all about.
What's this next Blade supposed to be about?
We don't know.
The new one?
You don't know yet. They didn't even which direction they going. But in the third one, they were actually creating. They were making like blood banks with people and making new vampires. They was doing a whole new reconstruction, but he was shutting down this whole thing like the Russians vampire. This whole set, they were creating these blood banks, and in the beginning of Blade 3. You see, that's where they were going.
That's where it picked up at, right? Yeah. Well, actually, man, all in disarray, bro.
That's
then
what I'm
they
saying.
changed the entire script, and he was going to fight these new vampires that we had never seen before. They had so many abilities, man, because they
should have went with Morbius. Honestly,
that was the plan for the second one.
Labs, and they were creating and. Blade was going down, shutting down these labs one by one.
Shutting down, open up shop.
Yeah. Morbius was the plan for the second one originally, but they changed it and like created those type of vampires that had the same powers that Morbius had. That's what we got into. They just didn't actually call it Morbius.
Oh, you know what? You show this right now that I look back at it. Dang, good looking.
Because there was a deleted scene from the first one with Morbius in it.
That was Morbius? Yo, what?
In that deleted scene, yeah.
I never knew that.
Come on, Blade.
Yeah, and one. Yeah, and Blade 1.
Bro, I thought that was Dracula.
Nah, that's supposed to be Morbius.
Oh man.
And they were supposed to go with that story for 2, but they end up not doing Morbius at all and just kind of did their version of a Morbius. Which it was still dope though. Like I love the second one, but
with the Reapers and everything, yeah.
Oh, the second one was crazy. I mean,
and Ron Perlman was the shit in the second one. He was a fool.
Yeah, he had to team up with the vampire. Then they turned on him. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, it was going crazy. The second one was crazy. Then Blade was just going.
Yeah, Blade fell in love with the vampire chick. And she was like, I just want to see the sun like that.
Yeah.
She was. I said, man, I would want to suck the blood out of her. I said,
yeah, but my favorite scene from that Blade 2 movie, man. Oh shit, this is like when they first when Blade started actually first teaming up with him. They were somewhere, man. I think Blade was who was the dude that he was freaking, you know what I mean, messing around with the stake, the silver stake and just slapping dude. What was that dude's name?
You talking about in the first one or the second one?
The second one.
He's talking about the guy who at the end.
Oh, you talking about?
He was at the porn thing.
Oh, the one that he kept in the second one, the one where he blew his hand off and he grew his hand back. That guy.
Yeah.
He got Blade out. He's from part 1.
Well, no, I'm not talking about him. No, it was crap. He played Hellboy. The dude.
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
Ron Perlman.
Yeah, he was just messing around with the doggone steak, and he was just smacking dude. You know what I mean? It was hilarious.
Man, Blade was.
Andrew, they changed the story of the parents for Wanda. So those are her parents. In this storyline, those are her parents. Magneto is not her father.
And I thought that
and they're not going down there.
I think they might do that for the multiverse, though.
They should, because I'm telling you, fans really pissed about it. Like, fans that love the comic books are really pissed.
They don't really know yet, because the thing is, in the multiverse, there's always a constant, which is Wanda. Like that's what they were showing on the thing. Like, so if they go to a multiverse, like she's a constant out of all the multiverse. The Scarlet Witch, she's in all of them. Like, they all know Wanda. Like, she's present in all times. unlike a lot of the multiverse. That's why remember they had that thing, they kept showing Wanda on all the shows, and they was like Wanda in different fonts when they were doing that intro. It was looking like they were doing that, and no matter what time it is, Wanda was always present. So the Scarlet Witch is probably a constant through all the multiverse. So she's known as the Scarlet Witch probably in all of the multiverse. But you never know which timeline might, the multiverse just explains different things. Whenever they do something different, they be like, well, in another universe, the Spider-Man that and that happened there. And this multiverse, this that we're doing, this is happening.
So basically, this is not the main Marvel. This is not Marvel 616 right now. It's not the main Marvel universe. Basically.
In other words, they're probably not even going that far.
I'm sure.
Right.
Absolutely not. Man, I wish Marvel sometimes would get a little.
Yeah, that's Molecule Man's role.
That is Molecule. Wait a minute. Yeah, that kind of is though. It kind of is though. Is it? You know what I mean? Well, if you go to Secret Wars, you know what I mean. I don't know if they'll get to that in time. You know what I mean? Because
I think they just really just going.
I don't think they're gonna do all that. If the main villain is Galactus, they're gonna have to focus on Fantastic Four.
I'm talking about later down the line if they actually include the Beyonders, which they should. Most definitely.
Marvel's so damn stupid because look, now we won't get the comedic with what's the guy from Mr. Fantastic and Tony Stark. We won't get that. Like, dang.
You talking about Reed Richards?
Yeah, man, we won't get them like having a battle about who the smartest. I mean, Mr. Fantastic.
It said Dr. Doom gonna show up and take control of Wanda.
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Fantastic to me is smarter than Tony.
That might happen in the multiverse movie, the Doctor Strange movie, because they put Dr. Doom in there. Then we could have this, work out this way.
Like, I hope they bring Tony back in some type of way.
But I think they're gonna make Doom like the new Tony Stark of the Marvel universe. He's gonna be like evil Tony.
That would not make sense. No.
But I think that's what they want to do.
Somebody's like, if Al Pacino show up, I was laughing. I was like, if Al Pacino show up, I'm gonna be laughing all through this whole episode. I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Al Pacino.
You said Al Pacino is Dr. Doom?
Nah. He's supposed to be like Mephisto or something like that.
Mephisto, I'll be like Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. Then she gonna have the other guy who keeps saying the F word.
And
he is short. I met him once.
I'm just like, what they gonna do? Put his face up there? Huh? What do you want? Huh? I want Wanda. Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah,
I met him when I was a kid, and even when I was a kid, he was short. I was like, God.
Even when he was a kid, he was short.
Yeah, I was was short.
Man, Wanda gonna be Casino. It's gonna be straight Casino.
We're gonna be like, yeah, she's got a great act. Yeah, come on, make it work, baby.
See, here's my thing, man. The Eternals, bro.
So what's the first Marvel movie coming out?
The next one.
We still gotta get Black Widow out the way.
Oh God,
yeah.
That film.
In that film is gonna be a lot of revealing of things that's gonna come in the future, things that's gonna clear up some things for the past. We're supposed to already seen that before WandaVision. So a lot of stuff gonna get explained in that leading into this.
So then it's actually gonna come out in theaters though?
Then you gotta wonder what's gonna happen with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What's that gonna reveal?
Yeah.
Because you gotta remember Chris Evans is negotiating to come back.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's supposed to come back.
Okay.
Yeah, they gonna do the story of how he put all the Infinity Stones. They're gonna do that. They're gonna make it to a miniseries. That's what my one of my buddies told me.
I feel like they're gonna try
Now
to
that'd be
show them remake the new Avengers.
That shit.
Wait, hold on, Cena. What did you say?
I said I still want to know how he did that shit.
Yeah.
How he put back the Infinity Stone.
Yeah, they didn't even. Yeah,
I'm like, how
did you do that in so little time?
Well,
Nah,
to
the
them,
biggest
to
one
us,
is
it was a little time, but for him, for us, it was a little time, but for him, it was a long ass time.
I mean,
now my main question is how he put the Aether or whatever back into Jane Foster.
But how did
he could have easily stuck her with the thing and put that back?
Like with the thing and put it back in.
But my thing is, how did he got the death one? The death one.
That's
the
what
one,
the Soul Stone. Talking about the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
How you
that's
the
true.
Soul Stone? And if you return the Soul Stone, you going right up against the guy who was your nemesis.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, that meeting would be what?
Yeah, Red Skull, right? They didn't really.
Right, so that's gonna be something to see. And then what's gonna happen? They're gonna bring back Scarlet Witch. I mean, not her, but Black Widow. She gonna come back now?
No, please don't bring her back. Let her die in the ashes. I was happy when she died. I was clapping. They was, oh, you're such an asshole. I was like, well, I'm gonna be the biggest asshole of 2018 or 2019 or whatever it came out. I was clapping.
They negotiated. She cried and got her because she got this movement she started called Time's Up. You know that. They always had a Me Too. She wanted to start her own movement.
See what I meant? No, man.
Yeah, keep her ass out of Marvel. We don't need her. She ruining our comic book already.
I don't care how there.
Like, no, we don't need her. We don't want her.
Time's up. Then what you doing here?
It's like it's bad enough that they you know what I mean. They made Carol Danvers as powerful as she was in the movie, even though she was really never that powerful at all. You know what I mean? She's shrugging off blows from Thanos, a headbutt from Thanos, and I'm like, man.
Right. And why are they lying? Talking about she's the strongest. She the strongest person in Marvel. She's not.
Yeah, Christian. You know what's crazy? Christian, you know what's crazy? I think like after the movie after the Endgame movie came out, they made a comic where she actually killed Thor, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man.
I know. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Tell me they redid the whole storyline with her, and they still didn't follow that all the way through.
And it's like, dog. I mean, if you know Thor's history, period. You know damn well he ain't gonna lose to no damn Carol Danvers.
Right. Kree blood in her system, that blue blood that's floating through her veins. Her father in the rewrite was part Kree. So that's how she was Kree and human. In the rewrite. And then she came from a pod, and originally she wasn't even from the planet. It's like they adopted her. There's so many stories. So Captain Marvel. Then they got the one from Pakistani and superhero that Miss Marvel.
Oh God!
A complete waste of time. I
don't
care about her either.
I always feel like they could delete that whole character.
That's what I'm saying. They're giving us people that we do not want. Like, it's so ridiculous. That's why
there's people in Pakistan that want to see Miss Marvel.
Man, that
little counterfeit Mr. Fantastic.
Man, Nick, check this out. I don't give two shits about nobody in Pakistan.
This is what y'all don't know. They had a very huge deal in Pakistan on who was going to play the character for Miss Marvel. And they just announced who she was, Miss Pakistani. It was a big thing over there in Pakistan. So believe me, in their country, Miss Marvel is it. They are all excited about that. Miss Marvel.
But I'm trying to figure
out. Now they gotta pivot the whole story with Miss Marvel because they messed up the Inhuman show. Like that was supposed to set her up, but because the Inhuman show was trash, so they gotta pivot that all together.
That's what I'm saying. But who asked for Miss Marvel though? Who asked for Miss Marvel?
Disaster ever from the lack of the writing, it was just terrible. I saw it at the show. I remember they said, "Well, the first 2 episodes are gonna be at the movie. Then you can continue this." And we were like, "Continue watching it online. I don't want to see this ever."
Yeah, why don't you put the whole thing in theaters?
That's why they canceled it.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad. It was bad. I tried to watch the first episode. I
That
couldn't. Do
messed
it.
up
If
a
you
lot
can't
of
watch a show where the lead characters don't talk and it's still bad,
Right, what kind of crap is that?
Yeah, and everybody.
I mean, all Marvel got to do is bring back the X-Men, then have the Avengers fight the X-Men, and then have them fight Galactus.
All right, it started.
That's like your next 10 years.
Luca got the ball, baby.
Oh, you watching the game too? You watching the game too?
Yeah, Luca finna win.
Oh, you got the Mavericks winning this.
The Nets.
You got wow.
Man, Luca's so overrated. That dude.
Man, Luca is outstanding. That's the first shot. Porzingis. It's 2-0. We win it, baby.
Cino, what happened, man? I was looking for you to do a live stream, I guess, because the Lakers.
Yeah, that garbage, man. Oh,
and what happened, man? I told you about Portland.
I
told you, man. Come on, man. You gotta
I
start.
swear, I know in the back of my mind, I might have to choke this up, dog.
Yeah, he missed the 3.
Listen to the chat. Look, I'm telling you, Luca go fail you too. You can't believe it.
But yeah, man.
This is prime time television.
I don't care what prime time is. He always talking prime time.
No. Luca! Oh! We missed.
And I gotta catch the game, man. I
All
gotta catch the
right,
game.
we're gonna get out of here.
All right,
All right,
y'all.
we'll wrap it up later.
All right.
Hey.
Luca!